In the UK, there's burglary every 45 seconds.
I'm by myself and things are all over in the house and there's things outside in the garden.
I just come back from work. Everything is gone.
I'm just coming from the night out and the door's been kicked out.
But right across the country, dedicated police teams are on the offensive, waging war against the criminals who steal from local homeowners.
Police, come and open the door, otherwise entry's going to have to be far.
For the victims of these crimes, it can take months, even years, to come to terms with what's happened.
It's so easy for people to break in and steal property. It's too easy, and I think these people who do these crimes, they know that.
But in this series, we're about to show them and you how we can all beat the burglars. This is Crime Scene Rescue. Father of three, Mahmood, is a probation officer in West Yorkshire. Day in, day out, Mahmood spends much of his time trying to get offenders back on the straight and narrow. But now he has become a victim of the criminals.
I talk to burglars, I talk to people in the criminal system. I feel angry.
While the police hit the streets to solve this crime, I'm desperate to make his house feel safe and secure again.
What can I say? Thank you very much.
Last year, West Yorkshire Police faced one of the highest burglary rates in the UK. But it's a crime which the police in this region are working hard to beat, and I'm joining them on the front line to see how they are tackling the problem. While I'm here, I also want to do all I can to help the local victims who have had their homes violated.
For the West Yorkshire Police, what's the emergency?
I've just walked into my house and I think it's been burgled. I don't know whether anyone's in or not.
It's early in the morning, and a burglary call has just come in.
Are you actually inside the house?
Yeah, I've just got in the kitchen now. It looks like the window's been smashed.
Probation officer Mahmood arrived home after working a night shift, only to discover the window at the back of his house had been smashed in. PC Roger Copeland is first on the scene.
From what I can gather, the TV's missing and a bike.
Mahmood's iPod has also been stolen, along with his TV and bike.
Did you say they'd used a stone?
Yeah, they're on the floor. It looks like they've smashed it with that.
Potentially there might be some sort of evidence left on the glass, like fibres or skin or blood that I can't see. And I'll request the scenes of crime officer who do the forensics, the fingerprints and taking footprints. Are you going to be in all day?
I was going to go to bed, but obviously I won't be now.
What a nightmare for Mahmood. After a long night's work, he's now being denied the sleep he so desperately needs. It's vital every piece of evidence is gathered, and West Yorkshire's forensic team is quick to arrive and comb the scene. Meanwhile, there's already been a breakthrough in the investigation. A nearby neighbour may have been a witness to the burglary.
Just happened to glance over at the side of the street and I saw this lad, young lad, probably about early to mid-20s, coming out of the front door with a bicycle. But he didn't act like he was suspicious from it, so I thought maybe he was one of your mates or something and he popped round or something. And then he just rode off on his bike. He was casually coming out as if he were just leaving the house, just casually.
Unfortunately, criminals often get away with burglaries because they act with confidence. And for the moment, the police have done all they can.
The scenes of crime have attended. We've got some footprints off the floor inside. A witness nearby who saw somebody leaving with a bike. Based on the description he's given us, hopefully the witness can view some photographs at some point and may pick somebody out, so it's quite a good possible line of inquiry for us to follow up.
It's a positive start to the police investigation, but I'm sickened that criminals could do something like this to a caring probation officer. The break-in has come as a huge shock to Mahmood, who is clearly shaken.
Right now, I'm angry that somebody's actually been in here. I'm also thinking that maybe they may come back, so there's an element of being frightened as well. I just recently purchased this house, just starting to make some home improvements. Should have got a lamp fitted and done some locks on the windows. It's too late now.
I feel really sorry for him, and I'm determined to do everything I can to make sure he feels safe in his own home again. My top priority right now is to secure the smashed window, so I've arranged for John the glazier to come straight round to work his magic. With the house secured, at least Mahmood might be able to get that much-needed sleep. It's a new day, and I've returned to see Mahmood with a plan of action. His children, who live with their mum, have also come to visit. Thank goodness they weren't here when the burglary happened. There'll be plenty more visits though, so it's still a real worry.
So Mahmood, the first thing I've got to ask is, how have you been since the burglary?
I'm feeling suspicious towards people. If I see a car outside, I'm thinking, is it them? I suppose I'm feeling a little bit paranoid about people. I've been occupied with the kids, so that's taking things off my mind. When they go back, I suppose I'll have more time to think about it.
Now, obviously, you are a father. You've got your 3 kids have come up today to see you. They were not here at the time of the offence, though.
I think it would have been a lot worse if they'd have been here. I wouldn't like to think about it. I'm just glad that they wasn't here.
Sammy, you and your sisters were home when you heard what happened to your dad's house. And what was that like when you heard the news?
When I first heard about it, I didn't believe it because he's always saying that we watch TV too much, so I thought he might have hidden it somewhere.
Because you came when your telly was gone, wasn't it? When you came to visit your dad, the telly was gone. And you've had some lovely neighbours that have offered to help you out, especially with the television.
Well, yeah, friends. I mean, like, I've got the TV there now. That's come from a friend. Like, yeah, well, your children are coming over, you haven't got TV to watch, right? So, friends and neighbours, they are really helpful.
And that's got to be quite nice to know that neighbours are offering help like that, and to know that hopefully they'll be looking out for each other.
It is. I mean, around here, the neighbours are good. We all look out for each other. We are on friendly terms. And that's how I think it should be.
Absolutely. Security-wise, do you think you did as much as you possibly could on the house?
I didn't do enough. Now my priorities have to change.
If you want us to, we'd like to help you. And to fix this place up, make it as safe and secure as we possibly can for you and your family. And hopefully we'd eliminate the chance of this ever happening again.
I'd appreciate that.
Well, it sounds like Mahmood's got some really nice neighbours, which is great. But what he needs now is some tradesmen and women to come round here and fix this place up. So I need to get on the phone and make that happen. Mahmood is clearly distressed at what's happened, and it's terrible. He no longer feels comfortable in his own home. I want to fix that by overhauling his security and transforming his lounge in a bid to remove the sour memories. But I can't do this all on my own. It's time to rally the troops. Hi Judith, it's Rav. Hi Ian, it's Rav. Hi Neil, it's Rav. I'm after a bit of a favour from you. I really need some help and I think you might be the man to do it for me. There's a fella that I've met called Mahmood that's just been burgled. Do you reckon you could have a look at the room and see if there's anything you can do for us? Neil, that sounds absolutely brilliant. I'll see you over there and see what we can do for him. You star. Thanks Ian, thanks for your help. While my gang of community-spirited tradespeople prepare for action, the police have been attempting to track down the burglars who stole Mahmood's TV, bike and iPod. The forensics team have made an imprint of the footwear mark found at Mahmood's home. This has been uploaded to a police-wide database. Hopefully this will provide a match to another crime and a suspect can be targeted. Meanwhile, the police are also busy questioning local known criminals fitting the description given by an eyewitness. Back at the house, it's time to crack on with the security upgrade. First things first, I need some expert security advice and crime prevention specialist Dave Harrison is the man to provide it.
The first impression is it does need a security review. The overgrown vegetation at both sides of the door that affords a hiding place, for the offenders to the front window.
Get that trimmed down.
Yep.
Simple solution.
Yep.
What I do like to see is this hedge has already been trimmed.
Yes, it's very good, yes.
Yeah.
The front of Mahmood's home is fairly secure, although there are still things we can do to make it safer. However, the back of this house remains a concern.
The first thing that strikes me about this is I'd imagine it's very dark at night time because there's no lighting here whatsoever, and I'd imagine that is something you'd really like to see changed.
Yeah, sure. Certainly some lighting put underneath the eaves of the house so that the offender can't get to the lighting system is very important.
What about an alarm? There's no alarm on this property. Do you think we should be thinking about that?
Absolutely. I mean, the offenders actually come round here and obviously felt at ease, so we have to change that. And I think by having an alarm system to start off with, so the offender will see that the house is protected and they're taking security seriously.
OK, Dave. Well, certainly loads for us to be getting on with, but I think those small changes are going to make a big difference to Mahmood and his family living here.
The first tradespeople from my team of volunteers have arrived. Electrician Ian is straight to work fitting motion sensor lights to the exterior of the property. And the secret is to fit these lights high up so the criminals can't reach them. Back at ground level, locksmith Jason is changing the lock on the front door.
What these do, they actually stop the burglars getting to the vulnerable parts of the door, so effectively they can't get in and burgle people's houses.
Done. When probation officer Mahmood comes home after a hard shift at work, he likes to unwind and spend quality time with his children in his lounge. But now his living room has been tarnished after the burglars smashed their way in.
Where the window was smashed, I tend to draw the curtain so I don't have to see it. Try and get it as normal looking as possible. I try and erase that out of my mind. That's my way of dealing with it.
It's essential for me to help Mahmood feel at ease in his own home again. So I've enlisted designer Judith Harrop to help find a way to remove all the bad associations.
So, Judith, you've had a look around the room. You know this is a family room where they all like to spend time together, and you also know this is where the burglary actually took place. So what do you think you can do for Mahmood and the family to change this and hopefully take some of those memories away?
Well, we're going to add to what he has here already. I think some new cushions on the sofa would be really good. I think we're going to change the curtains, put some new prints on the wall, and I don't know, some new accessories maybe, bring it a bit more up to date. And also we've got to remember that this isn't just about Mahmood. He has a family that comes up and stays with him, so we want to make it really comfortable for the children as well.
OK, Judith, that sounds good. Now, can you get it all done in the short space of time we've given you?
Rav, we have to.
That's the only answer I would have accepted.
The changes here could go a long way to getting our probation officer back on track. He works so tirelessly trying to help people, but I know that being burgled has really knocked his faith in human nature.
I suppose at the moment I feel like that I personally am knocking my head against the wall. I talk to burglars, I talk to people with, you know, in the criminal system, and I just feel like I feel angry.
I'm doing everything I can to help Mahmood, and the police are too. They're out in force on the streets of his neighbourhood.
We all know why we're here. We have had a burglary. We do have a suspect description by one of the neighbours. We're looking for any further witnesses that may have seen someone around that time. So you've all got your own addresses that you need to go and visit. Just get as much information as you can.
Local residents have arrived home from work now, so it's a perfect time for the police to catch them in. The officers are talking to residents to see if they have any information relating to Mahmood's burglary. And they're also advising them on their own home security so they won't become victims themselves.
Because something has happened in the area, we're also offering a free security assessment to everyone in the area. I could come in, have a quick look around, see if there's anything I could suggest that you look at in order to improve your security. Would you be interested in me doing that for you now?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
It's always wise to remain vigilant, but hopefully the increased police presence around the neighbourhood will help deter any would-be burglars. It's a cold morning, and Mahmood is preparing to leave his home so my team of tradespeople can take it over for the final part of the transformation. But the poor chap is still feeling really raw.
It's been a tough old time at the moment, considering what's happened, and I just hope that you know, something good will come out of this, and that I can get over the psychological element. Really, if that's the main thing for me. I just hope, you know, looking forward, that I actually feel a lot safer in the house.
I'm determined to give him back his peace of mind and put the heart back into his home. The second wave of my volunteers are arriving. and they've got one thing on their mind, and that's to help.
OK, everyone, thank you for coming round so quickly. The house behind me here is Mahmood's, or Moody to his friends, who, like you, is a hard-working fella. And whilst he was out at work, unfortunately, he was burgled. Now, as you can imagine, it has really upset him, especially when he comes home and sits in the living area where he knows the intruders had come in and stolen his stuff. So with your help, I want to change that. I want to fix the place up. I want to make it much safer and much more secure than it currently is. So together, I think we can do this. He's a deserving fella. He needs your help, but what we don't have is a lot of time to do it. So let's get in there and let's get this place fixed up. Ready?
Yeah! We need to get straight on. And first order of business is to sort out that smashed window. It's not just the broken glass that's coming out. Mahmood's fireplace is too.
I'm actually making this fireplace look worse before it gets better. We're going for a sort of a chunky Moroccan kind of feel. We're going to paint it, priming it at the moment, and then we're going to paint it and distress it and change the whole nature of it.
My trusted locksmith Jason has been investigating all of the windows, and in the bathroom he's found something that troubles him.
Outside, if I just open the window, there is a flat roof, and the flat roof could be classed as an access point. So what could happen with just a push button, if a burglar smashes the glass or anything like that, they can just basically reach in and open the window like so. What I'm doing effectively is changing the handle on the window from a push button handle to a locking handle. With it being key operated, a burglar can't just break the glass and open the window. They physically need a key.
Meanwhile, downstairs, I'm glad to see that the new window is going in. We've used toughened glass, and it's a definite improvement.
Sure, the window looks fantastic. You've just put this in now, and it's made such a difference. You had a bit of work to do, though, because whoever broke in here actually broke this as well, didn't they?
Yeah, so, standing on it.
So that's been replaced as well?
All been replaced, yeah, and put back.
OK. Now, the one thing that we also wanted to get done on this window was locks as well, proper window locks. So now that you've managed to get the paint in, they can finally get on with that as well. we can actually see going on in the background. Jason's doing that there. So that will make this window so much safer than it was previously.
Oh, yeah.
The local tradespeople are getting stuck in, but they're not alone. Two of Mahmood's neighbours, Richard and Dennis, have come along to help as they know how hard he's been hit by the burglary.
Transforming the room by doing all this, you think it's going to be a good thing?
I think so, yeah. I think it's definitely going to be a good thing for him, yeah.
It was a constant reminder, you know, him seeing his, like, living room, you know, how it was, and obviously with his window as well, it was a constant reminder, and he can sort of put it to bed now a little bit, you know.
So, we've got 24 hours to turn this place around.
I think we've got to get his skates on, haven't we?
All right, then. Well, I'll let you get back to work. Okay. Dennis, you've missed a bit.
Have I?
The living room is really coming on, as is the security upgrade. A new alarm has been installed, and new locks have been fitted on Mahmood's windows. But I'm wondering how things are going back in the lounge.
Now, Jude, if you won't mind me saying, I have just taken a look in his living room, and it's slightly different to what I remember. In fact, there's no furniture there because it's all behind you.
It is. The furniture's all in the garden at the moment.
Lots of work still to be done, to say the least, before he returns.
Yeah, we've got dining chairs to recover, we've got cushions to make, we've got fireplaces to finish painting, the guys inside have got the decorating to do. There's quite a lot to do yet.
But you're confident?
I am, yes.
Good.
Well, it's good to see that Judith is hard at work, and the police have been on the case with their investigation too. They've made progress on identifying potential suspects following a tip-off.
We've received some community intelligence in relation to one particular suspect. His solicitor's been in contact with ourselves, and he's going to be attending voluntarily at the police station, hopefully this afternoon, where he will then be arrested and he'll be interviewed in relation to Mahmood's burglary.
It's great news that the police have a lead on someone, and that their commitment is paying off. It's the final day, and as Leeds commuters fight their way through the morning rush hour, my team of local heroes prepare for one last challenge at Mahmood's house. Our locksmith is continuing his crusade to update the security by making sure Mahmood's side entrance, which he uses as his main door, is secure. And ideally, this should have a minimum of 2 locks. Back in the lounge, the painting has been finished, so it's time for the carpet to go down. Meanwhile, outside, I'm looking at a high-tech bit of kit which adds more security to this home.
To me, these look like a sort of basic PIR sensor, passive infrared one.
You're quite right. It's just a normal PIR that fits externally around a property, but what they're actually controlling is a plug socket that can be plugged into any socket inside the house, and they can control any electrical appliance like a light, a radio or a television. So if anybody goes past this, breaks the beam on the PIR, it will activate the light and switch lights on inside the house.
Such a clever idea. He's going to be much, much safer after all this.
Yes, he will be.
Well, Mahmood will be home soon and time is running out. Luckily, the furniture is back and the blinds are going up.
It's nearly there now. It looks amazing. What's still to go?
We've got some pictures to hang. It's just basic dressing and a light fitting to go up.
Nearly there. It's not been easy.
I'm so pleased with this.
Now, that's his original fitting, but you've painted that yourself, haven't you?
Well, I've had some help.
It's been a big team effort, hasn't it?
It has been a huge team effort, yes.
Yeah, everyone pulling together. And even the fireplace has been put in partly by our security expert. So everyone's helping out, aren't they? Cheers, Jason. All right then, Judith, I know you've got loads to get on with.
I really need to get on now.
Yeah, we need to get on. Mahmood is due back, I'm afraid, in not too long away at all. So
How long have we got?
I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you to cry. So you get on with it, Judith. You finish off.
OK.
And I'm sure he's going to love his room when he comes back.
While Judith adds the finishing touches on the lounge, crime prevention expert Dave Harrison has returned to review the mammoth security upgrade we've done on Mahmood's house. Sensor motion lights have been installed outside. A top-of-the-range alarm system has been added. The locks have been checked out and updated. We've trimmed the bushes in the front garden so any would-be burglars can't hide behind them. The smashed window in the lounge has been replaced. And we've even painted Mahmood's drain pipes with anti-climb paint. But what does Dave think?
So after your initial assessment, Dave, would you say this is an improvement on them?
Absolutely. With all the additional security to the windows, to the doors, the lighting, massive improvement.
Good.
Really happy about it.
Well, you're happy.
I am.
I just hope Mahmood's happy when he comes home.
I'm sure he will be.
I'm sure he will too. Thanks, Dave.
Well, Mahmood is here, so we're about to find out.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Right, you ready to see what we've done to your house?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Well, it's a lot safer than it was when you left. Straight away, you can see the new lighting that we've put in. Yep. So that's going to stop anyone coming in and lurking around, hiding behind your bushes up to no good. Your bushes actually were overgrown, and that might not sound like a security issue, but it was. And if you look up there, you can see you've got a brand new alarm system. I'm sure you noticed that when you first came in.
Yeah.
When you look at the front of the house, it's quite obvious now, isn't it? When you see that big box. OK, so that's the front of your house. Let me go around to the back because I want to show you a few more things that we've done. OK?
Yep.
OK, now, obviously, the first thing you'll probably notice around the back of your house is the fact that we fixed that broken window. Also, all your windows down here, all those big ones, have now been fitted with really good, strong window locks. So no one can leave or open those windows and climb through. So that's a good thing. We've even put them on the top there, on top of your flat roof.
Right.
So no one can get in those windows. A little climbing aid that you previously had, which is no fault of your own, it's just the fact that you've had these big drain pipes. They've been painted now with a special type of paint, anti-climb paint, so no one's going to be able to wriggle up there. They're just going to slip off if they try and climb up there. And also, you've probably seen it, you've got a new light high up there on the back of your wall. So I'm sure that's peace of mind for you as well.
Definitely.
Yeah? Some good changes there?
Yes. Yeah.
Good. So, Mahmood, that's the outside of your property. That's all been done there. But there's a little extra. Because as well as making you safe and secure, we also wanted to let you have your home back. So we've done a little something inside your living room. Would you like to have a look at that?
I certainly would.
Bit nervous?
Time to see if Mahmood is as happy with the transformation of his lounge. Since the burglary, his living room had made him depressed, Instead of relaxing on his sofa, he's been solemnly staring at the smashed window where the burglars broke in. We wanted to lift his mood and create a lounge where Mahmood can feel comfortable and spend quality time with his children.
Come with me. We've done a little extra on the inside for you.
Yes. What can I say?
What do you think?
I think it's lovely, I really do. Yes.
Looks a bit different, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Do you think your 3 kids will like it?
I think they will. No, it's lovely. It really is.
Good.
Well,
that's the main thing.
I'm raving it.
We like that. You used to sit there on that sofa and you even said that you'd have the curtains closed so you couldn't see that window and the fact that they broke it, to try and block it out.
That's right, yeah.
What will you be doing now?
Well, I'll be living walking in here earlier on and seeing this is just... It's cheered me up anyway. What can I say? Thank you very much. Yes,
Just
definitely.
cheered you up and
It
just
certainly
take
has.
away the memory of what happened when you came home and saw.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, there's a lot of people that heard what happened to you and they suggested they wanted to help. They're all local tradesmen and women that have rushed around and made this possible on the outside and in. And I know that they would like to say hello to you in person, and I'm sure you'd like to say thank you to them yourself. Well, they're actually gathering right now in your back garden. So if you follow me, come with me, you can come and meet them.
Right.
Come with me. I told you there was a lot of people that made that possible, and here are just some of them. There's a few people that wanted to say hello to you in person.
Yeah.
You recognise a couple of them, I know.
Do, yes.
Some of your painters here. Got Dennis and
What have you been
Richard.
doing for painting, Dennis?
So, meet a few of them, the ones that you don't know.
I'd just like to say you've done a smashing job in there, and I really do like it. Yeah, cheers, Dennis.
There you go. He is really happy with that. And I guess that's just the result of a lot of hard work, goodwill, and an awful lot of community spirit.
I'm sure Mahmood's children will also be delighted with their new living room on their next visit. The suspect who attended the police station regarding the crime denied the offence, and after he couldn't be positively identified in a computer lineup, was released without charge. However, the police are still working to solve the case and to stamp out future burglaries in West Yorkshire.
It's absolutely wonderful that the local community have come together and worked so hard to put something back into Mahmood's home and actually give him, you know, that sense of well-being again. So I'm really, really pleased with the local community today. What we'll do from here on is make sure that we go on the proactive approach now and make sure that we have plenty of eye visibility in the area and make sure that our local police officers are visible, speaking with the local community with a view to reducing and preventing any further burglaries in this area.